Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to foam roll. Now quite often I see people foam rolling and in my opinion they're not doing it the most effective way. So I'm going to show you how to foam roll and the muscle groups that I think are the most valuable for foam rolling. So first of all, let me just show you how most people do foam rolling, and I'll explain why I don't think it's that effective. And then I'll show you how I would suggest you do foam rolling and why I think it's more effective. Now, the purpose of foam rolling, in my opinion, is that you're trying to relieve some of the tight parts of the muscle, the parts that have gone into maybe some slight spasm. You're trying to release them to gain more flexibility and function of your muscles. So most people I see foam rolling do foam rolling like this, where they just roll along the muscles forwards and backwards. Now, I don't think this is very effective because you're not focusing on the parts of the muscle that need the most attention, the parts that are tight and the parts that you're trying to release. So the parts of the body I think you should roll are your quads, your calves, your buttocks and your upper back, your thoracic spine. And the reason for this is that they're all quite large areas and the foam roller will get in there really nicely. Okay. So if I was doing foam rolling myself, I would get on the roller just as like I am now, and what you're trying to do is hunt for the parts of the muscles that are tight and probably very painful. So I'll start from the top, I'll roll along until I find a part of the muscle that I feel is a bit tight, and I'm just going to stay on that point. Now if you stay on that point, eventually that pain is going to start to disappear and your body is going to allow that muscle to relax. So to do your calves, get the roller underneath your ankles. You can start with both legs next to each other, take some pressure off with your hands and roll along the roller until you find a tender point. When you find the tender point, just stay on that point until the pressure or until the pain starts to decrease. If you want to make this more intense, cross one leg over on top of the other and just gently roll until you find that tender point and hold. As the pain starts to go down, move a little bit further along the roller and continue the process until you get all the way to the top of your leg. Now for your glutes, sit on top of a roller. I always start with my knees bent and feet on the floor, and from here I'll just roll straight forwards and backwards. To get it more intense onto one side, I will slightly turn and then roll like so. You can experiment with having your leg straight or your leg bent. It doesn't really matter as long as you're not rolling on any bone and you can feel it working in the right part of the muscle. And lastly guys, for your upper back, I would use this more as a mobilization for the spine, just to try and get that spine opened up. So what I would do is put the roller behind me and lean back until the roller is on the top of my shoulders. I bring my hands just behind my head to support my neck. And what I'm trying to do here is to fold over the roller to try and open up my spine. So from here, I lean back down, let the spine open up, and I can come up as well, move to a different part of the spine, and come down. If you want to roll your lower back, don't use a foam roller, but instead use something like a lacrosse ball or massage balls. The reason for this is that they're small and they'll get into those small muscles very nicely, not put too much pressure on your spine. So in summary guys, foam rolling is a really good way to prevent injuries, and if you have some injuries like tendinitis, it can really help to relieve the tension going through the muscles and therefore take the pressure out of the tendons. It's a really cheap way to look after your body. You don't have to invest in a massage therapist. You can do this at home. You can get these anywhere, like on Amazon. I did another video a while back about the different types of foam rollers that you can get. If you want to watch that video, it's just linked up here. If you have any further questions, put them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.